The road to becoming a pilot is not always going to be smooth. There will be turbulence that gets in your way, but it's the passion that propels you forward.
Most pilots don't understand what career opportunities are available in the world of aviation. They're making career decisions based on advice from friends or posts on internet forums, meaning they are taking huge risks with their livelihood without having all the details. This podcast was created to help you understand the aviation industry so you can find your dream job. Let's get ready for Pushback. Here's your host and my dad, Nick Fialka.
Hey, pilot, it's Nick. And I was checking my email today, and I got an email from a listener who asked me to do a solo episode on how to succeed at flight training. That's an awesome idea. And I want you to know that when you decide to embark on your journey to become a pilot, that pursuit is something that you need two things. You need passion and you need dedication. Everything else you can pretty much get taught, but you need passion and you need dedication. The dream of soaring through the sky, being in charge of an aircraft, flying with precision. You watch the Blue Angels, you watch the Thunderbirds, you see all this beautiful flying at air shows. But really what's the most awesome part is being able to see the world from the vantage point of the front seat of an aircraft. That view never gets old. It is so awesome to take off in the early morning, watch the sunrise, or maybe you're flying late into the evening and the sun comes over your head and it sets in the distance. Gosh, it's beautiful. You're in South Florida. You're cloud surfing. You're just bouncing around those little puffies. It is so much fun, and it just never gets old. Now, flight training presents its challenges. The path to becoming a successful pilot it's paved with the determination and resilience and commitment that you have to have all of that, and that has to be locked in if you want to succeed. And I'm going to talk about some key steps that I think that not just to becoming a pilot, but also mastering the art of flight through the focus of training and the indomitable spirit that you possess, that you bring with you. And so number one, set clear goals. Set your goals out. Decide what you want to do. Do you want to do Part 61? Do you want to do 141? Do you need a 4-year degree? You're not going to do it. You got a buddy that's a CFI that's going to teach you how to do it. What are you going to do? Identify the path. As you start to pull the string on what flight schools to go to, how to get there, how to afford them, how to get a loan, how to get a cosigner, how to get a whatever. Whether you can do it all at once or you got to break it up into chunks, you're going to have a job, all those things. Set clear goals and embrace the vision of flying. Every successful journey starts with a clear destination in mind. I don't take off with a plane full of people not knowing that I'm going to Los Angeles. I have a clear destination. I've done my homework. I've looked at all of the things and decided that this is how I'm going to approach this flight. So define your goals in aviation with clarity and specificity. Don't leave it broad brushed. If you leave it broad brushed, you're just going to wallow and do a little of this and do a little of that, and then you're out of money and you're screwed. Whether you're aiming to be a private pilot or a commercial pilot or get your ATP, have well-defined vision, find out what you need to do, and then with that vision, develop the motivation and direction that you need to navigate through that training process. Make sure you choose the school that is right for you. That's number 2. Make sure you find that school. Because if you just go to the local flight school down the street, it may or may not be the right school for you. Call around. Ask to talk to the instructors. Ask to talk to students that have gone through it. Do they have enough instructors? Do they have enough planes? How many hours is it going to take? How much is it going to cost? Is it a flat rate? What are their success rates? How long have they been doing it? It's a brand new school. Maybe you don't want to risk it. There's a lot of schools popping up because of the pilot shortage. Research them, compare them, find one that aligns with your goals and with your budget and with how you learn. Think about the quality of the instructors, the quality of the aircraft, what the curriculum is like, and what their safety record's like. Go on Google and search the flight school. Check out their reviews. If they've got 2.5 stars, maybe you want to steer clear of that thing. Read the reviews, though. Could be some wanker that just didn't have a good time and is full of himself, and he's got the only review on there. So double check, read, do your research. Remember that your flight school is the foundation for your entire aviation journey. If you're going to go to the military, man, that is a big, big, confusing thing. And so for those people, I would say try to get a little flying beforehand if you can. If not, you could be like me. I just jumped in feet first. I'd flown one flight in a guy I knew had a pit special. I flew one flight and I think 20 minutes long or something like that when I was 14 years old. My next flight was in a T-34 hauling ass through Pensacola, Florida. So be prepared. Get your research going. Understand what branch you want to join and why you want to join that. For me, I hate boats. I hate the ocean. I hate the water. And I joined the Navy. Probably not a good fit. And it probably showed up earlier in my career. So make sure you find one that aligns with you. The number 3 thing to picking the right flight school and succeeding in training is embrace a learning mindset. Flight training, all flying, is continuous learning. You will never stop studying for your whole career. You are always going to be learning something new. It's always going to get more and more complex. It's always changing. I mean, my iPad, every time I turn on my iPad, I've got at least 20 updates for pubs for the company that I work for. It's always learning, always reading, always brushing up, and there's always a threat. So you are never going to be to the point ever in your life in aviation where you're not learning. So since flight training is a continuously learning process, you have to approach each lesson with an open mind, and you have to have that thirst for knowledge. You have to dive in because they are going to ask you deep questions about the FARs, about the procedures. You're going to have to walk through how to fly the procedures step by step by step in ungodly detail. You are going to have to understand how lift works and how to calculate a weight and balance for an aircraft. You're going to have to understand how to do slow flight, do stalls, do approaches, do full flat landings, do no flat landings, do this, do that, the other. There's a million different things you've got to do, and you're going to be quizzed on it, and then you're going to have to perform it. If you don't know it on the ground, you're not going to know it in the air. So you have to be embracing your learning mindset, to be willing to learn from your mistakes, because you will make a lot, and you've got to leave it behind you when you do. Make that mistake, learn the modifications, and then go do it right. And it's hard, and you're not going to be good at it. I'm telling you, you're going to suck. The end, you're going to be bad at it, and that's okay. I was bad at it. I was terrible at it when I started. It took me a long time, like 10 flights, to start to figure out how to be good at flying. Some people catch on faster than others. Don't worry. Stick with it. It's worth it. It is worth it. That's why you have an instructor. It's a lot different than learning algebra. It's a lot different than writing a book report. This is something that nobody does because it's hard. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Look at them as an opportunity for growth. A successful pilot understands that improvement comes from acknowledging weaknesses and then working to overcome those weaknesses. So embrace a learning mindset. All right, number 4, consistency and practice. If you want to be good at something, you need to do it a lot. If you want to be good at a video game, you got to play that video game a lot. If you want to be good at guitar, you have to play a ton of guitar. I have a friend named Ben who is a professional violinist, one of the most renowned violinists in the world. He's also a pilot. And I mean, he's played with everybody. He's played with Stevie Wonder. He's recorded with Hans Zimmer. Like, he's amazing. And the reason he's amazing is because when he was a child, his parents had him practice the violin. They were both violin instructors. And he practiced and had tens of thousands of hours by the time he was 10 years old. And playing the violin for this man is like breathing because it's consistent and he practices a lot. Becoming a skilled pilot demands consistent practice. Repetition is the mother of skill. It's true. It sounds lame because it's a lame saying, everybody did it, but it's so freaking true. If you are not consistent with your training and there are gaps in your training, you will never be proficient and you will never be excellent. That is a big threat. I had that going with my training at my company when I lost my medical in the middle of training. And it took almost a month, more than a month, to get back at it and then dive back into the middle of training. They don't start you over. They don't start you over, man. You got to pick up where you left off, okay? If you're going to go to the majors, if you're going to go to the show, man, you've got to be consistent. Get regular flight hours, schedule your simulator sessions, get the ground studies going. The more you practice, the more instinctive that flying becomes. Number 5 is develop effective time management. Oh my gosh, that is so, so important. Time management is everything. It's everything when you're at a major airline. They expect you to push exactly on time. They've got thousands of flights that go every single day, and they're planned down to the minute. They know how long it's going to take. They've got so much data. It's just a data machine. And if you are learning to fly, you have to be able to manage your time because you are going to have a massive amount of stuff to learn. And you have to allot certain amounts of time for each thing because you never are going to have enough time to feel 100% comfortable doing it. And so it's a balancing act. And you've got hours of flying. You've got to be on the ground. You've got a personal life. If you're married, if you've got kids, if you've got people pulling you other directions, you've got another job, whatever, doing a podcast, and you have a whole family and you're a pilot, it's probably too much, right? Probably. Develop effective time management skills because it's crucial to your success. You need to create a well-structured study plan and set your priorities and be true to your time. Allocate the time for relaxing and chilling out, doing whatever you got to do. Put that time in there too, because you need not just studying, but you need that downtime. You need that time for your unconscious brain to start programming the things that you've learned into your brain, getting those neurotransmitters working just right. A well-balanced schedule, it will prevent burnout and it will keep your motivation intact. Number 6, overcome challenges with resilience. The journey to becoming a pilot, there's just a ton of challenges, so many. If you can master the intricate maneuvers that we do and understand all the crazy FAR regulations, all the obstacles, you can read the NOTAMs, you know how to read the weather, you can read a TAF and understand what the hell's going on. Those are so many different things that are coming at you. And so when you have that coming at you, you have to be resilient. And if you are, that will determine your success. Approach those challenges as opportunities to prove your mettle, all right? Like each hurdle you overcome, it's going to strengthen you and it's going to make your skills better and it's going to increase your character. And so be ready for those challenges and don't get discouraged with them. Number 7 is Uncle Nick's favorite thing, okay? Mentorship. Seek guidance. I got a phone call today from a gentleman that went to my college, and he was asking for guidance about leaving the charter world and finding a way to the majors. And he's almost my age, but I have more experience down this path. And so he called, and we talked for almost a solid hour about the different things that are there. And you need a mentor that's on your level. You need a mentor that's further than you, but still in touch with reality. There are so many, I just talked to so many pilots that they're already done with their ATP. They've been at a major airline for 8 or 10 or 12 or 18 or 30 years. They're out of touch, y'all. They are out of touch. the way to get hired at an airline is no longer the same as when they were hired. They just don't get it. And it's okay. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. Everybody's got a hot take. I told this guy today, I said, when you get your ATP, you also get a second degree as an economist. So you get to predict what the economy is going to do. You get to predict what people should do with their jobs and things like that. Everybody always has a hot take. And I say that really tongue in cheek, but man, you need a mentor that's legit, that keeps you wired and keeps you moving forward. Somebody that's just, I would say, 1 to 4 years in front of you. That's the sweet spot. That's probably right. I've talked about Michael, my mentor. He's considerably older than me. I mean, he's 30 years older than me, but he's never steered me wrong. He's not out of touch with anything. That guy is plugged in like you've never seen. And it's a beautiful thing. I am the luckiest pilot in the world to have that mentor. I hope you can find that, because you need that. You need somebody with experience, somebody that's done it and been through it and is enthusiastic and exciting about it. Somebody that's going to offer you valuable advice, and it'll accelerate your learning and also give you the confidence to know that you're doing the right thing. Seek guidance and mentorship. Number 8, safety. First, always safety. This is a dangerous freaking job. I probably lost, almost 30 people that I know to mishaps. It's sad. Safety it's the cornerstone. Understanding it, learning from it, reading the mishap reports, reading the NTSB investigations, not going on the socials and looking at the stupidness from there, but actually like researching it, developing it, challenging yourself. If you can do extra work, do extra training, do extra curriculum things, invest in safety, invest in your safety, because somebody loves you and somebody wants you home. Get a PhD in aviation safety. Be an analytical maniac. Find those things, do the research, make our community better. The most dangerous part of my job is driving from my house to the airport. Once I get in the jet, I know I'm safe because of that, because of the people in front of me that have gone before me. So be safe always. Don't F around in this world, especially in training. You'll get caught fast. It's always sad to watch a little Cessna crash. I see a lot of videos of little Cessnas just take off. Something happens and the engine quits or whatever, and they don't push it over and they try to pull it back and they stall. The wing comes down. It looks like they hit nice and slow, but man, everybody's dead inside. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. All right. Number 9. We're almost there. We're almost home. Number 9, believe in yourself. You can do this. You are good enough. You are a human. You are a person that is loved. You are a person that is capable. You are a person that is strong and willing and will move forward with confidence, because you are awesome. That confidence will lift you up and it will move you forward. Don't be overconfident like a jackass, but do know that you can succeed if you try hard. Know that your abilities are being honed. Know that you are, listen, I had a check airman at my company tell me, he said, "You are good. All I'm doing today is polishing this diamond." And that was the best thing. This guy was Ukrainian, amazing man. And I love that statement. Believe in yourself. And that put me in the position to succeed because I knew I was going to be able to believe in myself with that. Embrace a positive self-image, right? See yourself doing it. See yourself flying. See yourself capable and put yourself there. If you want to be a Blue Angel, imagine yourself as a Blue Angel. If you want to be an astronaut, imagine yourself as an astronaut. If you want to fly a 737, imagine what it's like to sit there in the left seat of a 737. It's awesome, especially when the air conditioning works. Number 10, persevere with passion. Number 10, to succeed in flight training, you have to persevere with passion. The road to becoming a pilot is not always going to be smooth. There will be turbulence that gets in your way, but it's the passion that propels you forward. Find that love for aviation. Let it fuel your determination. Remember that first time you got into an aircraft behind the stick, you powered up, you took off, you leaned back, and you were just flying. You were doing it. Carry that feeling throughout your journey, through the highs, through the lows, dragging yourself along when you never think it's going to end. It will end. The clock keeps moving. You will succeed. Just put one foot in front of the other. Persevere with passion. Stay curious, stay enthusiastic, never lose sight of the dream that ignited your pursuit of the skies to begin with. And that, my friends, is how you succeed at flight training. 10 steps to get you there. And I want you to focus on each one. It's so important and it's so great. And I'm so glad you listened to this show. I'm very proud to give it. I'm very honored that you listened to it. And I'm thankful that you're a part of my life. So I'm going to go find another show to record. You guys be awesome. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, before I let you go, I need to mention one thing because a lot of people are asking me, can you do anything? Can you help me with this? And the answer is yes. At Spitfire Elite, we will make more millionaires this year than Major League Baseball will make in the next 5 years. Our company actually does this. It's called Spitfire Elite Interview Consulting. And you can find us over at SpitfireElite.com. Our clients, they call us the easy button for interview prep because everything you need to crush your interview is there in one spot. Whether it's application review or interview prep, all of it is covered. We've helped thousands of clients who are now flying at their dream jobs because our coaches gave them the one-on-one feedback that they needed to succeed on the biggest day of their life. The best part of Spitfire is our community. All Spitfire clients will get access to our private chats where they can work with each other and they can work with our coaches and get the latest information on all the airlines. If you'd like to make sure that you are 100% ready to go on your big day, there is only one choice. Everything you need is in one place, and I think it's pretty affordable. You'll have to take a look for yourself. Just go over to SpitfireElite.com and check us out. Use the coupon code PODCAST and it'll save you 10%. And by the way, I will see you on the next episode. The statements made on this show are my own opinions and do not reflect, nor are they under any direction from my employer.